21. That's Jack Albrecht. Umpires are on the field now. That means we're getting a bit closer. Yeah.
2 minutes.
Well, 2:40's the start.
2:30 or?
No, 2:40.
Oh, this should be done by 2:30.
Nah, won't be.
Will be.
Yeah.
Maybe by 4:30.
Wow. Loxton Bees are coming good.
Yeah, Yanni got it.
Cheers.
Tyler.
Good afternoon, Trev. Great to be speaking with you again on a Saturday afternoon for 5RM football. Nobby Norton's alongside me, and the sun's out here, Trev, which is amazing because only 15 minutes ago there was quite the shower that rolled through here briefly.
Yeah, good afternoon, Lockie, Trev, and all our listeners out there on iHeart listening to 5RM Riverland football. Look, not a bad day. We're from where we are. We're in the top of the grandstand, and the sun's out. Be an interesting day, Lockie, of footy. Berri yet to win this season, and Barmera Monash coming off 2 losses. Some interesting outs in the teams today, Lockie.
It certainly is, and Trevor Scott, I know, back in the Sideline View studio was asking the hard questions yesterday, who was going to be stepping in. Well, Trevor Scott, I can tell Norton has been hard at it, research this morning, or this afternoon here at League Headquarters, and he's got all the details for us, Trev. He's done well.
Yeah, a couple of important outs, Trev. For Barmera Monash, Dylan Klingbill will miss, and he won't just miss today, he'll miss the rest of the season. Severe leg injury last week for him. He was helped from the ground, but he was helped from the ground, and since that he's had a broken tibia and done some knee damage as well, which will see him out of action for the rest of the season. So a bit hard luck tale for the young fella, who'd been playing pretty well. Also missing for Barmera Monash today is Dylan Millard, who's done what I believe is an Achilles injury, guys, and I would think he might be missing for a couple of weeks as well. So the other 2 key outs for Barmera Monash, and an out from the list I saw, Lockie, for Berri. I couldn't see any Tom Jolly there.
No, he is here today, but still in the civilian attire, as they like to say in the civvies. So he won't be lining up. He's sitting on the bench, though, and no doubt will be doing some type of assistant coaching role. I just did one of the most epic fails in commentary. I watched the coin toss, but forgot to write down who won it and who's kicking to what direction. So we're going to have to work that out pretty soon.
Hey, look, we've listed the outs, but there's some good ins for Barmera Monash in particular. Michael Mock returning, their captain, returning to the side. Also noted Justin Bonney into the side. A very handy player, a former Barmera Monash player, and be interested to see how he suits up and where he plays today. Also Jack Albrecht in, and Austin Carpeney back into the Barmera Monash side. For Berri, Michael Corbett returns to the lineup, and he's a pretty important inclusion, Lockie, because he tends to command the ball in the middle of the ground and does a lot of the work around the ground. So
it goes without saying, and we're not underselling this, they're a different side when he's playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 very different teams, and I know due to unavailability he's been out a couple of times this year, but when he's in, Berri are certainly a lot better. Look, this is a big opportunity for Berri today. Yep. We're not trying to hand this one up. Berri have yet to win a game, but last week at Loxton showed a bit of fight, really only getting, as you pointed out this morning, Nobby, in Sports Saturday, only really dropping that one quarter where the game sort of blew out a bit, but battling with the Loxton Tigers most today. They take on their old rivals, Barmera Monash, today for the Fisher Cup. As it stands, that trophy currently sits in the Berri Demons club rooms here at RFL headquarters. Will it be heading to the lakeside, Nobby?
Well, look, I would have thought with the couple of outs that Barmera Monash had that the game became a toss of a coin, but a couple of those ins, been Bonnie and Mock and Albrecht, Carpeny, they're pretty good ins, and I'm thinking Barmera Monash, even though it's Berri on their home deck. But you know what I'm really intrigued about here today, Lockie, is the game styles they might play, because I think it's time for Barmera Monash to perhaps change their style. They've been extremely defensive a couple of times we've seen them this year, and I'm tipping that they will have to come out and play a lot more attacking footy. We know how Berri play. They like to play up and down the middle of the ground. And I'm thinking Barmera will have to change their game style today.
Well, there it is. The siren sounds. 5am football on a Saturday afternoon. No one wins the first ball up, and umpires says that's my footy again. Just quickly, Berri are kicking to the river end at RFL headquarters.
So I'm thinking they won the toss.
Barmera get the second clearance, heading towards half forward. There's Hodgson again, played well last week, gets a handball out, finds his teammate in Ogle over the top, but wrapped up by the Berri defender there, the 47 of Jordan Marr, who small kick over the top. And, sloppy kick, but looks like they're going to get out of this one just. No, they're not. There he is, Jake Smith for the Roos.
Ogle holding his arms there after that gaining possession.
Fraser Sampson gets around one, gets around two for the Roos. Looks for a teammate now into their attacking 50. Handball quickly over the top. The Roos hunting impacts. Finds its way to Jordan Freeman. Shot on goal. First goal of the day, and he's happy. And the Roos take the first blow at 5am football this afternoon, and less than a minute played. That's probably the quickest goal we've seen so far this year, Nobby Norton.
Certainly is, Lockie, and gives me an opportunity to lead in. Dudley Campbell also missing from Barmera Monash today, or at least I can't see him on the field or on my list. So therefore, Jordan Freeman starting in ruck for Barmera Monash, and probably the shortest ruckman going around the Riverland today, but he's hit the scoreboard. Here's me thinking that he's got his hands full with Brodie Thompson, who's probably one of the premium ruckmen in the comp, and Jordan's up against him, but he's hurt Thompson already by drifting forward and kicking the first goal of the match.
Yeah, not bad on the Aquatic Week Control Australia scoreboard. It's the Barmera Monash Roos that take the first blow. Second ball up, no one gets their hands on it at all. There he is again. Freeman tries to get a handball out, but Thompson manages to get the second clearance. Heads towards Berri's direction, and they're going to get a free just outside half forward.
Michael Corbett straight into the thick of things, Lockie, taking charge of the ball here at half forward and driving it into the forward line.
Kick over the top, and that was a great mark there from the young Berri forward.
That'd be Rory Moroney, I think, Lockie.
Yeah.
And he is very lively. So he takes the shot at goal. He'll be kicking from right on the 50-metre line, going towards the river end.
It goes without saying, it's a pretty important kick. The Berri Demons, certainly a big opportunity for them today. Currently trail. Just over 2 minutes played on the Murray Pest Control clock. Rory Moroney wheels around, gives it a big hook. It's looking like it's going to make the distance. It has. And the Roos have returned serve. Scores level on the Aquatic Week Control Australia scoreboard.
A little bit of trivia for you, Lockie. Both the goal scorers, both carrying the number 7 Guernsey for their respective teams.
Wow. Well, there you have it. 5am football this afternoon. Bit of superstition around the place. Just looking through the list, are we going to see multiples of 7? Who else we got out there today with the 14s?
Or Sam DeMickley for Barmera Monash. Yeah. Well, he would be likely to kick a goal.
A 27 in both sides as well.
Okay.
Could be one to watch this afternoon. We'll keep an eye on that.
A very quick answering goal from the Demons there, and here we have the scores all locked away at a goal apiece.
It is 5am football, just over 3 minutes played, first quarter. Two other big games this afternoon. There is the Roos, managed to clear that one out. That was the 4 of Drugamoa, but it's found its way.
Held up by Langford at halfback.
Safralides,
yes.
Yep. Kicks very small, but not making a target. And now the Roos look dangerous again. They get a handball out to Drugamoa again. Over the top.
Wide to Ogle. He drives the ball forward, but straight into the waiting hands of the Berri captain, Evan Penaluna.
And the Demons try and work this one out. It was a sloppy kick. Langford with the footy. Handball's back. The Roos are still managing. The Demons are trying to clear this one out. But here he is, Sam Butterworth for the Roos. Head over the footy. And the Dan Wesley for the Roos also hard at it, and umpire says, my footy, we're going to get a ball up, half forward flank.
Umpire is allowing the players to play for the ball. No soft flicks here at the moment.
Thompson takes the ruck, unopposed, uncontested, as Harkins for the Demons tries to work it through a couple of players, but we'll get another ball up.
Cade Harkins, important player for the Demons. Last time we saw him here, he was very good.
Freeman gets the tap to Jake Smith, and then it gets his hands out to Butterworth, and there he is, Fraser Sampson, the Barmera Monash captain. Handballs over the top to Drugamuller, who's having a big impact so far. Quick handball to Wilden. Wilden has a shot on goal. It's looking all right.
No, just missing to the left, Lockie.
Yeah. Geez, that would have been a good goal.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of contenders already for the goal of the day for Surf to Suit Loxton.
Certainly have. I thought that running goal from Freeman was a cracking goal, really, on his left foot, albeit he is a left footer. But a nice kick from Rory Moroney for the Demons too. He kicked that all of 50 metres.
So the Demons with the kick out. Kicks long, up the line. Doesn't quite go over the back of the pack. It looked like it was. Rory Moroney was waiting there. The Roos try and get this one back into their attacking 50. Work the footy down the line, over the top. Aidan Hodgson's there. He manages to get his hands on it. Ducks around one, but handballs it. Doesn't go anywhere. And the Demons get the free.
Yeah, holding the ball played to advantage there, Lockie.
Kicked out, small kick. It was Holtham tried to claim it as a mark. Umpire says that wasn't. And now both teams fighting hard for the footy. There he is, Jake Smith again for the Roos. Gets the kick away inside the centre the forward 50 for the Roos. Getting a bit tongue-tied here, Nobby.
Here he is again, Wilden. Very lively early. Shoots the ball out in the forward pocket, looking for Benjamin Drugamuller, who's also had a bit of it, but the ball beats him over the boundary line. Will be a kick to Berri because it went out from a disposal.
Yeah, so the D's just trying to work out who gets the kick.
Back to Harkin, who looks for a man short, overshoots the Berri player. Ball ends up in the hands of his Barmera opponent. Handball comes clear. That's Butterworth in the middle, looking up, but the ball's been cut out by a Berri defender.
Yeah, that's Mitch Folds there, who's had a fair bit of the footy already. Young Berri defender. Small kick. Finds Holtham. That's Archie. Kick sideways. Oh, great mark.
There we go.
Regan Kruger for the mark of the day for Grower Services Riverland. And that is an early contender. Unfortunately, didn't make the most of it. And the Roos now with the footy, work it up to centre half forward. Aidan Hodgson crosses the painted 50. Kicks it goal. Minor score.
Still counts for the mark of the day, though.
No,
Lockie.
missed the lot. Certainly did. So, Aidan Hodgson there was about 40 out, missed the lot. Probably had a few more metres in that run too before he was under any pressure.
Barmera pushed right up the ground here, trying to lock it into their forward line.
So the ball up. Demons can't clear it out of the centre 50.
Spilius tries to get the ball into the centre. Goes to Lehman, who walks in and kicks the second goal for Barmera Monash, giving them the lead. 2 goal 1, 13 to Berri, 1 straight goal 6 on the Aquatic Weed Australia control scoreboard.
Yeah, 7.5 minutes played. This is 5 football.
I got that backwards. It's actually the Aquatic Weed Control Australia. They're not trying to control Australia, they're just trying to control weeds.
That's good. Check them out. You can find out more online at aquaticwca.com.
Yes, that's
so the
interesting start, Lockie. The 3 goals inside the first 5 minutes of the game.
For a game I thought 20 minutes ago was going to be a bit scrappy, it's certainly not. Thompson gets the tap for the Demons, but it's the Roos that make the most of it. Butterworth gets a handball over to Drugamuller.
Back to Hodgson.
Galvin as well.
Galvin, yep.
Looks up, and there's Austin Carpeney wearing the long sleeves today. He's in a fierce battle with his Berri teammate in Carr.
Spilius shooting the ball forward to Lehman. He's out on the 50, too short this time.
Finds Dan Wesley. He gets a handball back, and Reece Lehman might get this one back. He couldn't pick it up. Demon defenders working hard. There's Fraser Sampson. Gets around one. Wheels around. Snap on goal. And it's a minor score.
An unusual role for Sampson up forward. Normally you see him sweeping across half-back, and maybe that's a bit to do with why he sweeps across half-back.
So 2 goals to the Barmera Monash Roos lead the Berri Demons just to 1 goal. Nearly 9 minutes played. First quarter Riverland football on 5RM. Demons try to clear it out, gets over the painted 50, but there's Lehman for the Roos, finds its way to Aiden Hodgson. He was taken a bit high, but umpire says play on. Ball spills out, we'll get a throw in.
Just as we suspected in pre-game, Lockie, Barmera have brought a different game plan to the game today than we've seen them play earlier in the season, where they've been very defensive. Not today.
No, last week at the Lakeside it was very much possession football, but today very much attacking the footy and going down the corridor, which is what we like. The Demons try to work this one out, clubroom side, but the Roos are looking dangerous, and the ball comes back into their 50. Drugamuller's the target. He couldn't mark it. Ball spills out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in. 25 around from the Roos goal.
Umpire's allowing a good contest for the ball here when the ball's in dispute.
2-2-14 plays Berri, one straight goal. So we've got a free kick here for the Roos. I don't see what that one was for. Kicks to the top of the square, looks for the target.
Thompson shuts him down in the goal square, takes a telling mark.
Yeah, great mark for the Berri defender. Gets it on quickly, finds Langford in the pocket.
They're having trouble getting out of the defensive 50 though, aren't they? Barmera Russell have cut off all avenues of exit.
Comes up to half-back, but as you said, Nobby, as predicted, it's the Roos that are able to work this one across the field. Great kick from Hodgson.
To Spillers, who's popped up early, looking to go around his player, but couldn't get there. Drives it forward. Whoa!
Oh, and that was Ben Drugamuller that flew high there, but he couldn't mark it. Penaluna, the Demon defender and captain, manages to clear this one with a army of teammates, but spills out of bounds.
Do you know the other interesting thing, like when you look at the ball when it hits the deck, there's more light blue Guernseys around it than red and blue Guernseys. Barmera working a little bit harder than Demons at the moment.
So we've got a ball in right in front of the club rooms at RF headquarters, but as Nobby, you just said, it's the light blue of the double blues of the Roos that managed to look a bit more dangerous around the pack. We'll get another ball up just outside the centre square, centre wing.
Berri have pushed their players up onto the ball though now to try and equal that number.
They get their first handball from the clearance, but Harkins was wrapped up, and that'll be another ball up. 11 and a half minutes played, first quarter Riverland football, 14 plays 6 on the Aquatic Week Control Australia scoreboard. It's the visiting Roos that have the early lead.
Butterworth drives it forward, but only as far as the Demon defender.
That's Peter Safralides. Just kicks down the line, slightly towards the boundary. They all fly up, and that was a great mark there.
I reckon that was Hodgson again.
It was the 16 of Aiden Hodgson.
He's finished starting off where he finished off last week. He was their best player, and he started off. Here we go. Thompson through the middle.
Yeah, the Demons looking dangerous. Turns around, looks up to the target, and the Demons are going to walk in for a goal here, and they do.
That goal to Jamie Milburn.
Oh no, minor score.
He's missed from inside the 10-yard square.
Wow. That was I'm not sure what happened there. Umpire says not a goal. So there we have it. So a minor score for the Roos, Demons rather. It's 2-2-14. Barmera Monash leading the Berri Demons 1-1-7.
Fred back to Sampson on the half-back. Barmera now holding possession.
Fraser Sampson. Small kick.
Yeah, to Demichelis.
It's Wilden.
Wilden, sorry, yes. He's covering a lot of ground up and down the middle. Found a player all on his own over here, Riley Haig. Just come off the interchange bench. Takes the mark at centre wing. Drives it forward, but straight to Evan Penaluna, who gets on with it quickly to Corbett in the middle. Corbett's got a player out wide running for him, Lockie, through the wing. I reckon it's Shea Hawkins.
Yep, Hawkins.
On it goes.
Gets it over to Rory Carell. He kicks too deep in their attacking 50. But
Sampson shuts him down again.
Great work from the Demon defenders. And saying that, the Demons have managed to scoop this one up. Rory Moroney's the target. He's marked it going against the flight of the ball.
He marked it and got a push in the back for his troubles. This time he gets to shoot for goal. Almost half the range from where he shot the first one from, but on a much more severe angle. 45 degrees. Heading towards the river end in the scoreboard pocket.
So important kick. This to bring the margin back to 1. Berri Demons trail, but looking competitive early in this round 6 fixture of Riverland football. He's on his way. Rory Carell. No, Rory Moroney rather.
Makes no mistake.
Whoa. He's kicked it. He's happy. And as they should, his teammates get around him. So the Demons very much back in the hunt today. Riverland Football League headquarters. They now trail by 1 behind.
Yeah, all that time that that the Roos had it in their forward 50, Lockie, which would have been a good 5 minutes of the quarter. 2 entries in for Berri. One that was not made the most of by Milburn, but straight away they get the ball back in, and up pops Rory Moroney for his second goal today, and Berri's second.
Yep, it's gone goal for goal so far today on the score tracker here at Riverland Football League headquarters. 2-14, Barmera Monash leads the Berri Demons 2-13.
Wilden in there again, can't get it clear. Berri come out of the pack with it. Holtham drives them forward again, but only as far as a Barmera Monash defender who sweeps across, and that's Aidan Lyon, takes the mark at centre half back.
Lyon looks for a target, manages to find the 19 of Whitbourne. Whitbourne, small kick, and they're playing that defensive possession football again. Whitbourne gets it back, drives it up to centre half forward, and a great mark from Jake Smith. Had 2 bites at it, but managed to get it. Kicks over the top, and I'm not sure what he was thinking there, because the Demon defenders are able to clear it out of their defensive 50. It's a great bit of work. Got Penaluna working hard. Right in front of the Berri supporters here. They're calling for holding the ball, and the Roos are going to get a free.
Do you know, I know that's the rule, but I always worry when someone's in the act of kicking and gets dragged off it before their boot can touch the ball. It should be play on.
You're calling play on, not incorrect disposal.
Well,
he's saying he still got a foot to it.
Well, he was in the act of kicking and then dragged off it. So he was, and in the good old days, Lockie, if you were trying to get rid of it, that was play on.
So the Roos go for a goal. That's a lovely kick off the boot, but it's a minor score. Yeah, it's Mock, I believe.
He's lined up at centre half forward today, so interesting lineup there from Barmera Monash, trying to get a bit more forward power.
So 2-3 Barmera Monash lead the Berri Demons 2-1 here at Riverland Football League headquarters. It is 5am football. 2 big games going on this afternoon outside of this one as well. You've got the Renmark Rovers hosting the Waikerie Magpies, plus Loxton North hosting Loxton. The Demons tried to clear it out, but some quick bits of play from the Roos managed to see that ball deep in their attacking 50 again. Minus score. It was Jamison Whitbourne that had a long kick at goal.
Having a bit of a purple patch, the young fella. He's had plenty of it in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
The Roos going the zone defence here, Nobby.
Is that a bit of a flashback to the mid-2000s, to the early 2000s?
When the zone was all the rage.
Yeah.
Then it changed to the rolling zone for a while.
I'll have to get you to explain that one to me.
And then it became the press. There's all sorts of names for it. It's the same thing. It's where you just don't man up. You defend space instead of the man. That's
Thompson
basically
getting the ball to Harkin. Harkin in handball exchange, but can't get clear of the pack. Through comes Ben Drugamiller and finds Trent Ogle, who's switched sides of the ground.
Yeah, just outside the 50. Just hold station for a sec, looking for a target. Be out of his range.
Nice kick through. Finds Mock.
Right, he's been paid. Oh no, he's going to get the free. I reckon that might have been a push out. Probably fair.
Yeah. Only one looking to get his hands on the ball, Mock.
So that's Michael Mock. Now, he'll have a shot on goal. 45-degree angle about. He'll be kicking from, I'm going to say, 40 out.
Can he kick a captain's goal, Lockie?
So Mock for the Roos. Can he extend the lead? We are approaching quarter time. Just short of 18 minutes played on the Murray Pest Control clock. Ball's on the way. Looks alright, but it didn't come back enough. Minor score.
There's another former halfback player switch forward, and we're seeing the result of that.
So,
Hawkins drives the ball out of defence.
Looks up, finds Moroney. Oh, he was the target, unable to mark it. Couple of quick handballs. The Demons managed to work it out. Moroney gets it back again. There's Holtham. He missed the footy. And now
Ogle
the Roos
comes up with a handball back to Berri, back to Adam Langford. That's a bit of a comedy of errors there, Lockie.
Yeah, Langford with the footy, grandstand wing. He decides to switch play, clicks over the cricket pitch, but intercept mark for the Roos. That's Aidan Hodgson, the number 16. He got it away, but tried to get the footy back, and now the Demons, and another comedy there, managed to kick it forward. It's approaching there.
Justin Bonney with a run on the ball on his own. Looks up. goes down the line, but they're 3-1. Berri getting control of the ball there.
Trying to get this ball in their attacking 50. The Roos try hard to work it out, and they've managed to gain possession. Not really a target.
Ogle at half-back provides the option.
It's a loose footy.
Gets clean.
Good tackle from the Demons, the 28 of Kruger. They're looking hungry here, the Demons.
Pushing the back. Paul Spillis will come here with the free kick. Clears it across to the far side back pocket. Oh, that umpire was a bit early there. Blew the whistle for the mark, but the mark wasn't held, so he calls play on.
48 of Milburn in there, working hard, tries to get the footy, but...
Out to Whitbourne, he tries to get it clear, but can't. Berri with space. Ball driven back in, but cut off by Zach Galvin.
Yeah, he's a pretty dependable defender, young Zach Galvin.
Ball, two kicks, brings the ball across to Ben Drugemeyer in the scoreboard back pocket.
So the Roos would just be hoping to hold station here and not leak a goal.
He finds Butterworth. Back into the middle to Jack Albrecht.
He just holds the footy for a sec.
Comes back out to the scoreboard side to Ogle on his own. Barmer with numbers out here, but no one ahead of the ball.
Oh, Jake Smith was the target, but it spilled out. He tries to get it back in, gets a handball out, finds its way back to Trent Ogle. Ogle Drugemeyer, he's still on the half-back flank, just retreats for a second. Looks for a target, manages to find Jake Smith.
Smith moves the ball.
Loose handball, and it missed Justin Bonney over the line. We're going to get a ball in. I reckon we are. Probably the right call there.
Barmer trying to move the ball quickly, but not moving it very much closer to their goal.
So, just short of 21 minutes played on the Murray Pest Control clock. It's Barmera Monash 17 leading the Berri Demons 13. Ball in. Thompson got the tap, manages to work it. Shay Hawkins gets the kick away, but
only as far as
Whitbourne.
Yep. Barmer, plenty of players here in this back pocket, but just sort of waxing the ball around, not moving it any closer to their goals. Butterworth with it at half back. He looks to switch it across to the middle.
Kicks up the line into the middle of the field. The Demons would love a goal right about now, but the Roos work it forward. And there he is, Dan Wesley. Tries to get around one, couldn't get around the second. That's holding the ball every day of the week.
Nice little back turn there by Mock. Got clear of the pack, but Wesley couldn't do the same.
So this is where the Demons have looked dangerous on the rebound. They need to be quick, though. If they give the Roos a chance to zone up, they're not going to make it.
Normally they're fairly direct with that rebound play too.
So the ball now, centre wing, grandstand.
Langford flicks it on. Flicks it on to Tarquin Newton.
Newton up to Safralides, who's now at half forward. He knows there's not much time left. He kicks inside the 50, looks for a target, but intercepted by Riley Haig from the Barmera Monash Roos. He kicks up the line and finds Whitbourne, and Whitbourne just holds station for a second.
What we're seeing here is a little bit more typical Barmera Monash, where they hold the ball and keep possession of it.
There it is, quarter time. It's the Barmera Monash 2-5-17 to the Berri Demons 2-1-13. We'll throw back to the Sideline View studio with Trevor Scott and find out what is happening around the grounds. Trevor, over to you. Thanks, Trev. All right, we'll speak soon. I did tell them at the start of the year they had to start at 2:40 exactly, and I said there's broadcast complications if you don't, which technically there is. All right, yeah, all right, sounds good. Yep. No worries. Cool. That's all right. When you've got it, just tell me down the line and we'll go back to you. Able to show that on the score. Umpire says rather.
It's a fairly fearsome attack on the player and the ball then by the Berri player.
So it was Frid that took the contest for the Roos, and they managed to clear it down the line, but intercepted by Mitch Folds for the Demons. He's
picking up a lot of the ball in the sweeping role, isn't he?
A bit of a quiet achiever, Mitch Folds, on half-back today.
Normally uses it pretty well too.
Kicks down the line, they fly. That was Brodie Thompson, unable to mark it. Ball stays in play, I don't know how. Kate Harkins was underneath it. Ball spills over the line and
tried to claim the mark, but it had been well and truly smothered off the boot. The umpire was having nothing of that.
Would have been a very short 15 metres as well. Well, it went 15 metres high.
30 actually, 15 up and 15 back down.
21 plays 19. It's the visiting Barmera Monash Roos that have the lead on the Aquatic Weed Control Australia scoreboard. Just short of 14 minutes played on the Mo Pest Control clock.
You're right, Lockie, about the Roos outnumbering their opponent, the Berri opponents at the ball, but the Berri opponents seem to be able to break even often when they're outnumbered.
It's 21-19, a tale of two styles of scoring. Barmera Monash 2-9, Berri Demons 3-1. So the Demons now try to clear this one out of a ball in. Kicks up the line, finds Ben Drugamoa, still on centre wing.
Looks across the middle of the ground for Ogle.
Unable to mark it.
Mock there. Mock for Barmera Monash. Has a go. Ogle's with him. Ball comes back to Ogle. In space. Looks up for D. Michelle. Couldn't quite get the ball up in front of him. Give him a chance to mark it. So there will be a ball up 25 metres out from the Barmera Monash goals at the river end of the Berri Oval.
We're going to get an update pretty soon from the North-Loxton clash, but just quickly, while this ball is deep in the attacking 50 of the Roos,
plenty of pace.
Ogle, he was tackled off the footy. The ball's still hot. That was Riley Haig that had a shot on goal. He's kicked the goal, but the umpire's pulling it up here.
He's got to play the advantage. He wants to know if it's gone through for a goal or not. He's paid a free kick to Austin Carpeney, but in the play on...
So... Oh, they're getting. Is the umpire getting a card out here? I'm just.
No, he's bringing it back.
Okay.
He's bringing it back to give Austin Carpeney the shot at goal. Then the umpire's now paid 50 metres penalty. The Berri player giving him some advice he didn't require. Maybe, Lockie, it was a deliberate trip, which is still reportable.
So it's Trent Ogle that's going to take the free kick. It was Riley Haig that kicked that goal before that wasn't paid. So. Yeah. Riley Haig didn't get the goal.
He only has to kick over the mark to score here, and he does.
So Trent Ogle kicks the goal, and the entire Barmera Monash team gets around him. That's something I've never seen before. The entire side gets around Trent Ogle.
Might be his first goal in senior football.
Oh, I think it very much is, and they all knew about it. Good on him, the young lad. So Trent Ogle slots a goal for the Roos, and they extend the lead 3-9 to the Berri Demons 3-1 on the Aquatic Weed Control Australia scoreboard. We'll cross back to Trev in the sideline view studio with a quick update. Trev, what have you got? Thank you, Trevor. Yeah, I reckon it's going to be a long afternoon for the Paringa Swans. Just quietly there, Trev. Ball back in the centre. 16 and a half minutes played. Second quarter, Riverland football.
Dragging him up, hold of the ball in the middle for Barmera and driving him forward.
The Barmera Monash supporters in front of us here calling for a downfield, and it was.
Yep.
Oh,
Dan Wesley with the football at half forward for Barmera Monash.
Kicks deep into the attacking 50, but great intercept mark from the defender.
Jordan Marr, is it?
Just taking a look at my binoculars here. Can't work. No.
It's Wes Frankel. Wes Frankel.
It was right behind the pole here too, in the grandstand as well.
Barmera coming forward again with the ball. Mock up.
Oh, great. And Mock plays on, wheels around, shot on goal. He's happy with it, and that is a goal of the day contender for Seth to suit Loxton. The boys are very much getting around him, and the Roos now starting to break the shackles.
Yeah, which takes the score to Barmera Monash, is it 4-9, 35 to Berri 3-1, 19 on the Aquatic Weed Control Australia scoreboard. Look, my theory on that is Mock played on because he didn't want a set shot, Lockie. He'd missed a previous set shot, and he thought, I'm playing on and I'm going for it. And he had space. It was a great mark and a good kick for goal.
And that gives the Rouge with the last 2 goals of the game, which is the longest streak so far this afternoon. A remarkable game, goal for goal.
Yep.
Until very recently.
Until then.
So just short of half time, it's 18 minutes played, first quarter, or second quarter rather, Riverland football on 5RM.
But a far more attacking Barmera Monash lineup than we saw last week.
And they surf to suit Loxton, goal of the day contender, very much for Mock for the Roos. Ball in the centre, the Demons would love to get at least one back before half time. So another ball up. Umpire saying eyes on the footy. Thompson got the tap, but it didn't go too far. There's Carell was tackled without the footy. They say play on.
Hardly to advantage, but on it goes.
There's Carpeny now for the Roos. Oh, gets around one player, takes the game on, kicks long into the attacking 50. No one able to mark it. Jake Smith over the back.
Gets a handball out. Got the handball out.
Can we get a goal? That was Wesley.
To his teammate Wesley.
And that's young Wesley for the Barmera Monash Roos. Slots another one. So the Roos with the last 3 goals of the game, and they extend the lead on the Aquatic Weed Control Australia scoreboard.
Good play by Smith. He got the ball over the back, tried to run into an open goal, felt the tackle, and just got the handball out in front of himself, but towards the goals. And all Wesley had to do was run onto the loose ball in the goal square and soccer it through.
They extend the lead. So the Roos now really starting to break the shackles, just short of half time. 19 and a half minutes played on the Murray Pest Control clock.
Out to a 20-point lead here at headquarters, Barmera Monash.
So ball back in the centre. The rain has stopped again. All that light drizzle we had just before. Enough to make it slippery. Great tap from Brady Thompson for the Demons, but it was intercepted from the Roos, and Smith and Butterworth link up and managed to move that forward.
Riley Haig with the ball at half forward for Barmera, drives it in, finds the coach, finds Hodgson again. Gee whiz, he's having a great game. He's right on the 50-metre line for Barmera Monash. Finds a player on his own in the forward pocket. And that is Jordan Freeman, Barmera's Jordan Freeman, right in front of the scoreboard. 10 metres closer, but 10 metres worse of angle. But he's a left footer, so this will suit him.
So Jordan Freeman doing a fair bit of the ruck work today. Kicks over the top of the square, no one able to mark it. Safralides for the Demons tries to clear it out, but it was ripped around the front. Hodgson had a wild shot on goal, didn't go too far. The Demons now desperately trying to clear this one out.
Back to Safralides, who comes out of the Berri back line and finds one of his own teammates.
They clear it out. Not a bad get out of jail there from the Berri Demons. Ball back up now, centre wing.
Carell tries to drive the ball forward for Berri, but unfortunately kicks it out on the full, right on the centre wing in front of league headquarters.
So we'll get a ball in, or are we going to get a kick? What are we going to see?
It'll be a Barmera Monash free kick, it would be my tip, because I reckon he kicked that out in the full unless it was touched.
I would have thought that should be a kick. They seem to be setting up for a kick anyway.
Yeah.
So 39 plays 19. It's Barmera Monash with the lead.
Ball in the hands of Jack Ulbrich on centre wing for Barmera.
Small kick over the top. Finds Spilios. Just hold station for a second. Fraser Sampson, the coach for the Roos, now on the bench, just taking a look at what's going on. Kick now into the attacking 50 for the Roos, but that was the 47 of Marr that cleared it out for the Demons, and ball's gone back to where the free kick was.
Yeah, touched by McRae before it went out of bounds. So that'll be a boundary throw in.
So a throw in, just short of 22 minutes played on the Murray Pest Control clock. Second quarter Riverland football on 5RM.
Freeman doing okay in the ruck against the much taller Thompson. Ball comes out of that pack from Jake Smith from Barmera. He drives it forward.
Demons now work this one out, and managed to take the ball over the line. That was Cade Harkins that did the hard work there, and certainly in amongst it today, young Cade Harkins for the Demons.
Yes, him and the Junkyard Dog are having quite a good dueling around the football.
So a ball in. It's Freeman and Thompson. No one able to get their hands on it though, and it was wrapped up. And we'll have another.
I think Freeman's done his homework on Thompson. You got to keep body on him because he can jump and leap, and if you give him too much room, like just happened then, he gets his hand to it first.
Doesn't go too far. Both sides struggling with the initial clearance. We're seeing a lot of this today. About 3 ball ups in a row, and then one team sort of gets it. Okay.
There's Thompson, thumps it towards the Berri goals, but only as far as Paul Spurius, who gets it across to Butterworth, who drives it forward to Barmera's forward line. Ball coming over the back.
It's Mitch Folds for the Demons.
Gee whiz, he's saved on numerous occasions. Out to Shea Hawkins on half-back flank for Berri.
Hawkins down the line towards the coaches' boxes. It's a loose footy still, but the Demons managed to clear it out the back of the pack. And they kick up to half forward.
Regan Krieger driving the ball forward to McRae.
McRae kicks it quickly and finds Rory Moroney for the Demons.
Geez, clever.
Mark.
He's clever. You see how he took away from the ball and then left space in front of him and doubled back into that space to take a chest mark.
So Rory Moroney with the footy. Be getting close to half time. 24 minutes played on the Murray Pest Control clock.
Lining up for his 3rd goal of the day.
This very much an important goal for the Demons on the brink of half-time. Can they reduce the margin?
Distance, not a problem.
Ball on its way.
Accuracy, not a problem.
Did that go over the line? I think
That's
it did.
a goal.
And the Demons get around him, and they say they are here to play still in this Fisher Cup Riverland Football League action, round 6.
Gee, they needed that to stem the margin back to 14 points.
Yeah, 5-9 plays 4-1 on the Murray, on the Aquatic Weed Control Australia scoreboard. 24 and a half minutes played on the Murray Pest Control clock.
Game was sort of slipping away from the Demons there. Barmera had a sustained burst of attack, but see how quickly when they got the opportunity and a bit of space. So that was brilliant work from Moroney. Took his player away from the ball to create some space in front and doubled back for an easy chest mark.
It's his 3rd goal of the day, Rory.
Yeah, it is, yep.
And stops the streak of goals for the Roos. They kicked the last 3, but Moroney stopped that. So the Berri Demons would just love to get to half-time, and there it is. It was like we had our finger on the button. 39 plays 25, 5-9 Barmera Monash to the Berri Demons 4-1-25. It's an interesting contest in the Fisher Cup 2023 edition. Let's cross back to the Sideline View studio with Trevor Scott at 5RM. Trevor, back to you. Wow, there you have it. You sure someone just hasn't sent the same text message again, or? But okay, sounds good. Thanks, Trev. All right, we'll come back in about 12 minutes, Trev. Yeah, okay. It might have been, because it was a bit scrappy. All right. All right, speak soon. you there, Trev. I reckon after this and the ad break, we'll be about right. How much you got left in this song? Yeah, should be right. They're just running back out now, so yeah, we'll be right. Yeah. Sounds good. I think they're about to go, Trev, but that's all right. Whenever you get to us. Oh, good. Yeah, that's all right. How many more ads are left? Cool. Yeah, we'll be all right. No, that's all right. Thank you, Trevor. Yes, got underway a bit quicker than we thought, but the Berri Demons have kicked the first goal of the second half. It is 5-9-39 Barmera Monash, leading the Berri Demons 5 goals at 1. Lockie Windle and Nobby Norton this afternoon. Look, an interesting first half of football here at RFL headquarters, and looking forward to a big second half. It is the Fisher Cup, and Nobby, the Demons have come to play in this second half.
First goal of the second half to Regan Kruger from a set shot outside 50, made the ground easy. And Berri drive the ball into their attacking zone again, and who should take the mark but Jamie Milburn, 20 metres out directly in front.
So the Demons could go for 2 in a row and could not quite take the lead, but come close.
Their efficiency going forward, the amount of times they've been inside their 50 and scored, is way and way in extreme above Barmera Monash. You've had long periods of the ball in their zone, but unable to put goals on the board.
Well, 9 behinds to 1 certainly tells that story.
Yep.
Milburn on his way for the Demons. Looks
he likes
off the
it.
boot. They're happy, and the Demons get the second of the third quarter.
And Milburn gets his second too for the game.
There we have it. The Berri Demons have come to play in this second half. 5-9-39. Barmera Monash, the Berri Demons 6-1-37.
Only game in the world where you can kick more goals than the opposition and still be behind, Lockie.
And that's why we love it at 5RM football. We will get some updates to some other games very soon at 5RM football this afternoon. It appears we could be the early game here at RFL headquarters, the Fisher Cup.
Ascendancy at the centre clearances for Berri in this quarter. Thompson giving him first look, and Cade Harkins driving the ball forward, Corbett getting his hands on it as well. So very, very good play by the D's, getting that ball forward quickly, directly at the goal front, and 2 set shots at goal, one from Regan Kruger and one from Jamie Milburn, both netting goals.
There we go, both teams hungry for the footy back in the centre. Good tap from Thompson, but Jake Smith from the Roos manages to mop it up. Ball goes to ground and they'll dive on it. Stacks on the middle, and umpire says my footy again.
Barmera goes back to their normal mode of play and trying to stack it up.
3.5 minutes played on the Murray Pest Control clock. Third quarter, the Roos try to clear this one out. Wilden got a hand on it, then got a fist and punched it forward. Finds its way to Aidan Hodgson. He kicks into the attacking 50. D. Michelle. Handball over the top to no one. And the Demons, through Safralides and Penaluna, managed to work it out. Finds Corbett. He jumped on the footy, dived forward, and umpire says my footy just on the painted 50.
Interesting how he looked straight at the umpire, waiting for the umpire to ball it up.
Umpire going, throws it up. Tap over the back from Thompson. Sam Butterworth for the Roos got his hands on it first, though. And
set play here at the stoppages with Thompson getting the ball to Corbett almost every time.
Good tap from Thompson, but it's the Roos through Smith and Butterworth that drive it long into the attacking 50. You've got Wesley there. Wesley from the pocket. Kick on goal. Minor score.
That brings up the double figures in points for Barmera.
They extend the lead, albeit just.
5-10-40, leading Berri Demons by 3 points. Berri 6-1-37 on the Aquatic Weed Control Australia scoreboard.
So the Berri Demons very much the ones using the footy with a lot more precision this afternoon. Oh, good mark there from Roos captain, coach Fraser Sampson on forward.
Right on the 55 metres out from Barmera Monash's goal. Looks up and finds Wilden in the forward flank, probably only 2 or 3 metres closer to the goals.
Looks like he's going to take his time.
He's had a pretty good game, Matthew Wilden. Plenty of touches.
The number 12 for the Barmera. Oh, just thought about passing it off.
And has.
Oh, but
straight to Cade Harkins.
Great intercept play from the Demons. And they go on the switch quickly. Finds Hawkins.
He's had plenty of it.
Clubroom side brings it back inboard. Corner was the target. Spills forward. Aidan Hodgson's in there.
Had the kick been a good kick, it would have been a good play. But when you bring the ball back up the middle like that, you must be precise with it.
Just short of 6 minutes played on the Murray Pest Control clock. Ball up inside the Roos 50. Out the back, there's Wilden. Over to Drugamoa. Shot on goal. And Drugamoa slots the first for the Roos after half time. Not a bad goal.
Gee, they needed it after 2 opening goals from Berri. That was very much needed, and the ball came quickly out of the pack by hands from, I reckon it might have been from Jake Smith, straight to to Drugamore, who made no mistake from 20 metres out directly in front.
46 plays 37 on the Aquatic Weed Control Australia scoreboard. It's the visiting Roos with the lead.
They really needed to answer, didn't they?
Certainly did, because that was the closest the Demons had been in some time, just 3 points. It's certainly still looking hungry though, the Demons. Back in the centre, Thompson does the ruck work, but once again it's the Roos that get the clearance.
Butterworth drives the ball forward, but only as far as Marr at half-back for Berri.
Got a few marks today, Jordan Marr. Marr down the line, looks for Jared Jackson, he couldn't mark it. Kate Harkins wraps up the Roos player that picked it up, and we'll get a ball up right in front of us, grandstand side, Riverland Football League headquarters here at 5RM. Both teams do the battle in the right work. Corbett got the kick away for the Demons, drives it towards their attacking end, and now kicking to the river end here at Berri.
Galvin crosses the ball in the middle for Barmera, back to Freeman. Ums and ahs, and unfortunately puts his play
up, taken high. It was there. It was, you might not like the rule, but it was high.
It's a sling tackle. So Galvin gets up to take the free kick.
Oh, they're going to get a 25.
Yep.
Umpire's not liking the free feedback today.
Yeah, I think Archie might have been thinking he was talking to himself, but the umpire didn't think that. There's Hodgson again, looks up in the middle, finds Jake Smith all on his own at half forward.
It's
Wilden again.
So it's Matty Wilden with the footy. Kicks into the attacking 50. Oh, D. Michelle, he's taken the mark.
Play on.
Calls
play on. I thought I heard a whistle.
Well, I thought I was about to call it the Grower Services mark of the day. D. Michelle there.
I think he thought he'd taken it.
Well, I was about to write him in for after the game. It was a ripping goal deep in their attacking 50.
Out comes Harkins again. Steps around his man for Berri. Gets the handball out the folds. Back to Safrolides. Over to Corbett. Back to Safrolides. Berri looking, they crossed the ball to the middle, but this is the danger of coming up and down the middle of the ground, Lockie. They've turned it over to Barmera at half forward.
Oh, but Barmera have coughed it up. Reece Lehman was the target, but the Berri Demons have, I'm going to call it, they've got out of jail again.
Out it comes to Langford for Berri at half back, and he finds Harkins over a bit further, a bit wide for Berri.
The Demons haven't just got out of jail, Nobby. They've escaped Alcatraz today in their defensive 50.
Well, they've taken the risk in the middle. Where it goes again to Corbett.
There has been some of the most, what would appear to be the easiest walk-up goals missed from Barmera Monash today.
Berri taking the game on, though. Up the middle of the ground they go again. Straight to Milburn again. He's starting to become a key forward, key avenue towards goal for Berri. He's up between centre and half forward. Chips the ball. Bang! You can hear that from here when Honyadi flicks out the handball to his teammate.
Oh, the ball's going to come back here.
Not behind the mark. Has to go back behind the mark.
So
interesting rule that. And sometimes you can play the advantage without even being behind the mark, and other times you must get back there.
It's Barmera Monash 46, Berri Demons 37. Honyadi for the Demons.
Long and high.
Into the attacking 50.
Out the back it comes.
Oh, wheels around. Is that the goal?
Yeah, that is the goal of the day so far, Lockie.
For surf to suit
I
Lockton.
reckon that might be Krieger, is it?
Just taking a look at who it might have been. It was sort of on the bottom of a pack. It was a wild kick off the ground.
Gets up rubbing his head. I'm pretty sure that's Krieger for his second goal of the game.
Regan Kruger, I reckon that is.
Yeah, Krieger, sorry.
Yep, that's Regan Kruger today.
Yeah, great goal. So I've got him down as holding the mark of our mark of the day for Growers Services in the first quarter. And I reckon he's just entered the goal of the day competition as well.
And that is the 28 of Regan Kruger for the Demons. One of the live wire forwards the Demons have, and it must be said they've got a fleet of them.
Yeah, and they're getting good value out of them too, Lockie.
Without the, presence of what you'd call a key forward, they're doing all right. Milburn's doing his best as their,
Yeah, so goal kickers for Berri. Moroney 3, Kruger 2, Milburn 2, and that's it. Multiple goal kickers, 3 of them.
So 3 goals this quarter for the Demons, just to 1 for Barmera Monash. They still trail by 3 points, the Berri Demons, due to the Barmera Monash Blues having a little
chipping
behind.
the ball forward, and a nice contested mark taken. And that's Hodgson again.
Hodgson with the footy, Kicks over the painted 50, looks for a target. Wesley was there, he wasn't able to mark it.
Cut off by Hawkins in defence for Berri.
So the Demons with the footy in their back pocket. Kicks Clubber inside. Mark, I reckon that's Archie Holtham. No, Corbett.
I think it's Corbett. He's covering some ground. He's really putting in this quarter, trying to wheel Berri into the lead.
Corbett kicks up the line, centre wing. Umpire's called something here, and Barmera and Monash are going to get a free. Oh, no, it's gone the other way.
The Barmera Monash player basically shoved the whole pack over.
So they were going to get a free, and now it's the
Tonyardi again.
So we'll just follow this for a second. We're going to get some updates pretty soon of some other games going on. Demons kick into the centre.
Staunton taking the mark at half forward for Berri. Wheels around onto his right leg. Doesn't quite get it to his player.
Good smother there.
Riordan comes out with the ball. Handball to Sampson, who misses everyone. Finds a Berri player.
And now the Berri Demons deep in their attacking 50.
Here's
there he is, the live wire. Rory Maroney gets around one, gets around two, gets a handball out to Kate Harkins. Oh, no, he didn't. Tarquin Newton there, sorry.
Yep. Back to Archie Holtham.
Holtham kicks into the 50. Oh, no one able to mark it. Milburn was trying to get his hands on it. They all dive on the footy.
Courageous effort by Rory Carell, reaching back behind his head, trying to take that mark.
And are we going to get a free kick here?
A little bit of how are you all going, fellas, over at half forward between a few players.
So Carell got the kick away, but didn't go too far. And that was Jared Jackson that was underneath it. He was taking the ground, and I tell you what, there is a bit of feeling here.
Only 3 points of difference in favour of Barmera Monash, and the score is starting to bring the contest even closer.
So another ball up in the attacking 50, forward 50 for Berri.
And when I say bring the contest closer, I mean the contest between man and man, player and player.
So a ball up. Thompson got the tap forward. Can the Demons get a goal here? They're looking dangerous. Gets around one, gets around two, and they've kicked it. That's McRae. McRae for the Demons has slotted one.
He's up and about. Michael McRae.
And the D's have taken the lead. 8-1 to the Barmera Monash Roos. 6-10, 46, 49 plays 46. The Demons are back in front. We have a game on here today at 5am football. Berri Demons could be on for their first win for the year. We'll just quickly get some updates, some other games. Trevor, what have you got? Ooh. Yep, it's going to get even tougher after half-time at Canberra. No one wins there too often.
Wilden trying to get the ball free. Butterworth gets hold of it in the middle of the ground for Barmera and drives it forward.
Oh,
and that mark's taken by Jake the Junkyard Dog Smith, 45 metres out from Barmera goal.
Was that a Grower Services Riverland Mark of the Day contender?
Ooh, almost.
Probably not, but he's one of our favourites, so we might have to put him in there.
Twiddling the ball in his hand as he comes in for a set shot at goal. Going to the 5RM end. Oh, needed an extra kick to get that one there, Jake.
So D. Michelle tried to come up forward. Someone's had a...
That was Mock, I reckon, might have been.
Minor score, so they've shortened the lead for Berri, but the Berri Demons...
2-point margin to Berri Demons.
Still hold the lead. 15 minutes played on the Mo Pest Control clock. Third quarter Riverland football at 5RM.
Kick across out from the kick out to Adam Langford, who now takes it all the way back across the other side to Cade Harkin, who's on his own in a bit of space, runs out of the defensive 50, bombs the ball up to the wing.
Tell you what, the Demons have got a bit of confidence now.
Sampson mops up, gets hold of it for Barmera, brings it back in, chain of handballs, but the handball comes loose, but no it doesn't. And that's Dan Wesley soccering the ball forward only as far as Panalina.
The Roos supporters in front of us saying it was holding the ball, but it wasn't.
No, he hadn't had any opportunity to get rid of it. He was barely gathering it in. Look, here's a player out in their own. It's Riley Haig.
So a ball up, top of the 50, towards the Barmera end. Now kicking to the town end here at Berri. No one able to clear it out once again. Just saying before, the Demons have got a bit of confidence now, and as you would.
Watch this play. It's such a set play. It'll be Thompson to Corbett.
Thompson does the ruck work. He went to Holtham. Nobby, he heard you. I thought, I'm going to mix it up.
Here's Thompson. It was actually Hunyadi in ruck.
So the Roos managed to mop this one up in the centre.
Here's Ogle. He doesn't need this much space. He's got a ton of speed. Looks up.
Looks for a target.
Great defensive work for the Berri Demons at a half-back.
It was Riley Haig that
Back
missed
to
that one.
Penaluna. Over the top to Mar. Mar drives it up the wing for Berri.
Here he is, Rory Moroney. Takes a couple of bites at it. He's got all the time in the world.
Over to Kruger. He couldn't
Kruger
quite get a handle on it. Back to Moroney.
Gets a handball off the deck. Moroney gets a handball away. Play on's the call. Kruger dived in there for the footy.
Ogle caught one high there.
Bit high.
Yep.
No malice in it.
Look, there was nothing in it. He was just back over the ball. He's tough. He's from Kingston on Murray. He's tough. Gets the handball out.
And Dan Wesley now with the footy right in front of us, grandstand side. Riverland football on 5RM. It's Barmera Monash by
If it didn't have a pulse, this game's now got a throbbing pulse.
ball up to the contest. Penaluna for the Demons runs up from full-back to make sure he's in there. And another ball up in front of us. This is on this afternoon.
Yeah, the bigger body Berri key players in Corbett and Carell and McRae are starting to have an effect here.
Thompson and Langford gets a kick away. Here's Drugamullah for the Roos. Gets a good kick forward. They're all scrambling. It's a foot race for the footy.
Harkins again on half-back for Berri. Takes his player on, runs his full measure. And a bit, I reckon.
Oh, not a bad mark attempt there from Peter Safralides. Saf, he's still on.
Harkins again follows up his work. Back to Safralides. Handball comes out.
Here's Shay Hawkins. Gets around one, gets around two. Can Rory Carell now with the footy? He was tackled over the 50. They're calling for holding the ball, but
He'll settle for that. He'll settle for a ball up inside the Berri 50.
Tell you what, this is on this afternoon here at Riverland Football League headquarters. Can the Demons get their first win for the year and kickstart their season?
Up goes Thompson high. Gets the ball out, but only as far as Barmera Monash player in defence. Hodgson again. No, it's not. That was Jamison Whitbourne getting that ball free. Back to Butterworth. Butterworth at half-back. But Berri hunting the ball.
Rory Carell gets a kick into the 50. Looking over the back. Here's Kruger for the Demons. Can he slot another one? I think he can.
No.
Oh, minor score.
Yep.
Tell you what, this is on this afternoon at Riverland Football League headquarters. Just short of 19 minutes played, third quarter.
Handy point for Berri.
Extend the lead. Still less than a goal in it.
Ball to Fred at half-back for Barmera. Looks up. Finds Hodgson and also just inside the defensive 50.
That would have been the goal of the day for Surf to suit Loxton, but it wasn't to be. So the Demons now, can they bring this one back? It appears they can't. The Roos are sort of clearing it out, but Newton there for the
I think that
Demons
was a
takes it
handball.
over.
I reckon that was a handball out of bounds. No, throw in.
Well, Tarkin Newton was there for the Demons.
See Zach Galvin and his Berri opponent just trying to get to know each other a little bit better.
Yep, so Brodie Fred in the ruck for the Roos. Not a bad effort. Takes it out old school, handballs it. And now there's a foot race on. Ben Drugamullah gets around three Berri players and dives on the footy, and that'll be a ball up. Good effort there from Ben Drugamullah. He's certainly got a bit of pace.
Yeah, he's taken the fight right up to the big fellas, to Corbett and Carell and Co in the middle there.
I'll tell you what, I know we've still got a quarter to play, but some of our awards are going to be hard to dish out this afternoon. I'm thinking about the Young Charger Award, Nobby, the best on ground under 21. So ball now up in the 50 for the Roos. Reece Lehman got a handball away. No one's able to take the footy cleanly. Berri dive on it.
Barmera unable to get that loose ball out into the forward lines to run onto, aren't they? Apart from the goal that Drugamullah kicked, they've found it very tough to get that ball out flowing.
So the Demons now get
Hawkins
this
off the ground.
Great bit of work from the Demons defence again.
Now, does that count as a possession?
Just trying to see. The Roos are going to get a
He's
kick.
socketed it, so yeah, it must. A kick.
Fred to Spilios.
See, I would have thought a disposal means you've got to take possession of it before you can dispose of it, and he didn't.
Spilios with the footy on half forward. Kicks into the 50. No one able to mark it. Butterworth's in there for the Roos trying to get it, but Saf, the wily defender for the Demons, dives on it and will get a ball up.
I think Berri will be looking for the three-quarter time siren here, Lockie, because they've put so much into this. They look like they've just dropped off a little bit here. if it was. Through comes Drugamore on his left beat, but out on the full for Barmera Monash. So that'll be Berri. That'll be Wes Frankel to take the kick in for Berri, deep in the back pocket on the clubroom side.
I tell you what, maybe some of those big losses at the start of the year, the Demons defenders know how to defend. That is a great courageous mark there.
That's a strong mark on half back. I reckon that's Mitch Folds.
Yeah, that is a mark of the day contender for Grower Services Riverland. Now the Roos.
Breaking out of the pack onto his left foot. Barmera Monash looking for mock up forward for Barmera, but no, ball not getting there. Panaluna tries to throw it out the back, but intercepted by
Carpenter
Barmera.
was tackled. And now the 47, that's Jordan Marr. He gets a handball away. The Demons don't want to leak a goal here. They're not going to let Barmera Monash score. And they dive on it again.
Over 20 minutes gone this quarter on the Murray Pest Control clock. Lockie must be getting close to three-quarter time.
Barmera Monash trail by 3. The Demons in front. They wouldn't have been in front at three-quarter time all year. Today could be that day. Could today be the day they claim their first win for the year? They've shown patches of form all season.
It's going to need a four-quarter effort, though.
I'm gearing up for what's going to be a big fourth quarter. D's now try to clear this one out. No, just hold it in there. Saf out the back of the pack for the Demons.
Onto his left foot, tries to clear the defensive area.
There's Newton. Can they get it over the line for a throw-in? No.
Tarquin Newton getting a high tackle there.
That plays very much into the hands for Berri.
Drives the ball off Berry's half-back line up to the centre wing, but straight to a Barmera Monash player who was taken in the back. That's Sampson, is it?
Bonnie.
Bonnie to Sampson into the ground. Sampson finds Ogle all the way across on the switch.
Trent Ogle with the footy.
Yep, and he lifts his eyes finds Riley Haig at half forward for Barmera. Goes over the top with a handball. Back to Haig from Butterworth. Into the forward pocket looking for Hodgson. Who ducks his head, comes around, has a crack at the goals, but doesn't get there.
It's soccer off the ground, and that's a Carpenter.
Loose ball, a soccer ball, Carpenter.
That's heartbreaking for Berri. Austin Carpenter for the Roos kicks a goal, and they take the lead back. We have got an absolute ding-dong battle lined up here at Berri this afternoon. This is 5am football. Berri Demons holding the lead for the latter part of this third quarter, but it's just been eroded. Barmera Monash have taken it now.
Well, it's been a quiet day for Austin Carpenter. All of a sudden came alive in a critical touch. When you're playing that small forward role like he is, you only need 3 or 4 touches. If you can turn them all into goals, you've done your job. Back up in the middle, Thompson looking for Corbett, but this time Drugamore picks his pocket, gets the ball to Butterworth, who sneaks the ball forward for Barmera Monash, looking for Haig again, he's onto it for Barmera, lifts the eyes, gets it up, handball back to Ogle, play on, back to Ogle in the forward pocket, lifts his eyes and finds Mock.
Now the Barmera Monash Roos starting to find their rhythm very late in this third quarter. 24 and a half minutes played.
Nice passage of play from Barmera there, a little bit indirect as they zigzag their way at the half forward line, but Ogle had the nous for a young fella to centre the ball back to Mock, leading hard at him, and Mock took a mark under pressure. Contested mark, now gets to shoot at goal from the 45-degree angle. We're sitting right behind this, Lockie, 35 metres out?
Yeah, this could extend a lead to 9 if it goes through the big sticks. Mock, it's on its way. It's drifting wide.
Over to the right, knocked through by Thompson for a rush behind.
So Berri got out of that all right.
Which takes the margin to 4 points in favour of Barmera.
Still less than a goal in it.
On the Aquatic Weed Control Australia scoreboard, the people putting up the behinds for Barmera are keeping very busy. But a 4-point lead to Barmera. And there's the three-quarter time siren.
Well, there it is. It's a close battle. It's Barmera Monash that lead by 4 points here at three-quarter time. 54 plays 50. It's a big fourth quarter to come. Let's cross back to Trevor Scott in the Sideline View studio and find out what might be happening. Trev, back to you. Thanks, Trev. Thank you, Trevor. Yes, it is a 4-point ball game. The Barmera Monash Roos have the slight advantage. The Berri Demons yet to win a game this year. Today, could that be that day? One quarter is going to let us know. Trevor Norton has been alongside me today. Nobby, it's been a good contest so far, and it was a big third quarter for the Berri Demons.
Yeah, it was 4 goals to the D's to 2 to Barmera. Lockie, I've got an observation here for you. I think both these sides are now playing for a spot in the finals. We're at the first game in the second round.
Yeah,
and
okay.
I think it's that critical, I think, because if Berri win, they would still be mathematically a chance to get there.
Very much so, yes.
And I'm thinking if Barmera lose this one to Berri today, then I don't think they'll make the finals.
It could
How
make
about that?
It could make it a lot harder. Look, it's going to be a thrilling fourth quarter. The ball is back in the centre, and by the sounds of things, we've got some thrilling contests around the Riverland this afternoon, so we'll keep up to date with that.
So the margin back to 4 points, which is what it was at quarter time.
Well, there it is, the siren sounds, and it is underway. Demons get the first clearance now, kicking to the town end. A good bit of attack early. It was Jack Staunton that had a good bit of work in there. The Roos now trying to hold possession, and they're going to get the free.
High tackle. Berri looking extremely dangerous when they get that ball loose in the forward lines, loose in the centre, and just run with it.
So that's Butterworth off half-back.
Sampson working off half-back up to the centre, takes the wing, takes the mark, just behind centre for Barmera.
Brings it wide. Looks for Lehman for the Roos.
Long way from the goals for the full forward.
Kicks to a contest just inside the attacking 50. Ball spills out the back.
Folds with work to do.
For the Demons. Penaloon is in there. Handball's back to Folds. He was wrapped up by a couple of Barmera players, and
Mark ending up with the ball, but it goes to ground, and that'll be a ball up.
we'll get a ball up in the Barmera Monash forward pocket. Now kicking to the river end. This is 5RM football. Saturday afternoon.
Penaluna taking the ball out of ruck, but only shovels it over towards Riley Haig, who centres it. But out comes Thompson with the ball for Berri and finds Hawkins.
Great bit of play there from Berri out of defence.
On with the ball to Harkins, who's having a great game. He gets it on quickly to Carell. Oh, didn't get the bounce, but back on it. Ball out to Berri.
It's Staunton.
Onwards to Spilius.
But it's Barmera.
Oh, look, he's got him. Carell's got him.
That's
what
holding the ball. That's
He's
done.
gone. He's gone.
That's done. So, the Berri Demons, they've got a free.
Yeah, this is Milburn with the free kick.
He'll be kicking all of 50.
He cannot make this distance, Lockie. Cannot make it.
I'm going to say 50 plus GST.
Yeah, he can. I've just put the kiss on him, but I don't think this will make the distance.
He's taken the run up. He's on a fairly tight angle
He
too.
will kick from right on the 50-metre line.
He's only be 15 metres around from the boundary. Ball's on its way.
There it is, right and into the man on the mark.
Yep, he wanted to make sure he got all of that 50 in there. Dives back on it, tries to mop it up.
Do you think he was perhaps encouraged by the fact that he was taking the shot directly in front of the sponsor's tent? And he might have been getting some advice from there saying, you can do it?
Well, just saying at three-quarter time, there's a pretty good crowd still here at Berri today, which is great to see.
Ball comes loose across the half-back line for Barmera. Drugamala spears it out.
Got Barmera Monash, so they've got a few players there, but a great bit of work there from Regan Kruger, holding the ball.
Good
he has
tackle
had a ripping game, Regan
Good
Kruger.
tackle from the Berri forward, keeping the pressure on. Chips it up to the danger spot, 10 metres out. Oh, not quite.
Maroney's in there looking dangerous. Oh, spills over for a minor score. And
look, he was cruising past the pack looking for the loose ball, and but for a step he might have had it.
Brings the lead back to 3. Barmera Monash still have it at this stage.
Sampson trying to steady things here at half-back from the kick-in. Looks up, finds Mock, who's moved back into the back lines now.
3.5 minutes played. Fourth quarter Riverland football on 5RM.
Mock over to Fred. Barmera chipping the ball around, now looking to switch over to Bonnie. He comes out of defence. No, it's Butterworth. Geez, picks up a
great kick to Hodgson.
Yeah, and an excellent mark too.
Hasn't he been a fine this year? Hayden Hodgson for the Roos.
This is our second week in a row, and I tell you what, he's going to be mentioned in the awards. Sampson crosses the ball to Drugamala. Another one, getting plenty of it for Barmera. Out to the centre wing, looking for Freeman. Handball over the top from Freeman. Barmera onto Aiden Lyon, who drives the ball in forwards and finds D. Michelle on the lead.
And the Roos got a free there after disposal too.
He marked it anyway.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have mattered, but
yet to trouble the goal scorers yet today. D. Michelle had a couple of shots.
Yeah,
supposedly a gun forward, isn't he?
Well, he's been in some good positions for goals, but it's been a bit of a struggle for the Roos. Kicked 12 behind so far today, to the Berri Demons just 3.
Gee whiz, if he goes back any further, you'll be puffed before he gets to kick it. He's nearly sitting up here with you and I, Lockie.
Well, it's a 45-degree angle. He's kicking it from, I'm going to say, 25 out.
And he's currently 55 out.
He's on his way in from the Vulture Street end at the Gabba. It's looking all right, off the boot.
Yeah, delivered shot goal. He likes it.
And clean bowl, that's a goal. Barmera Monash extend the lead. 60 plays 51. Riverland football on 5RM. 5 minutes played on Murray Pest Control clock.
And Barmera wrestling back control of the game with that late goal by Austin Carpenter in the third quarter and the first goal in the last quarter. They've kicked the last 2 goals to currently enjoy a 15-point lead.
So the Roos very much for that first 4 or 5 minutes of this game
lead, sorry.
had a fair bit of the footy in their forward 50, but unfortunately only that one minor score. And the Roos go in once and slot the goal.
Yeah, and it's a little bit like they changed Guernseys at three-quarter time, isn't it? Because that's exactly how Berri pegged them back.
So ball back in the centre. Harkins tried to clear it out.
Yeah, this time Thompson straight to Harkins, but his opponent was right onto it. Oh, Freeman getting the tap out there.
The ball back towards...
Frankel takes control of the ball for Berri at half-back, looks up and hits Corbett on the back of the centre 50 for Berri.
Demons are going to need a big quarter from him in this one.
Yeah.
Gets told to play on, kicks up the line. No one able to mark it. Punched forward. Wasn't taken over the line. Yes, it was. We might have an update to some other games. Trev, what have we got? Panthers have hit the front.
They're fast-scoring running side, the Panthers, so it doesn't surprise you when they spring out to a little lead like that. Because they're pretty fit too. Hawkins with the ball on the wing, gets the handball to Corbett, steps around his player, drives Berri forward.
Looks for Kruger, he's the target, but
Whitbourne standing in the way at halfback for Barmera Monash takes the defending mark.
Big kick down the line. He's got a good foot on him. No one able to mark it. Thompson tried to get the hands in there, but now the Roos try and work this one forward. There he is again, Hodgson.
Gets the ball to Jake, the junkyard dog Smith. He slams it forward, but with no necessary method about it. Ball going to Penaluma for Berri. Across to Safalides with a couple of opponents.
But he was taken off the footy and he's going to get the free.
D. Michelle grabbing him when he didn't have it. And the free kick will come to Safalides, who drives it back out of defence for Berri, finding Hawkins.
Shea Hawkins with the footy. Small kick. Looks for
nice mark there
Tarka
by Newton.
He brings it inboard.
But only as far as Drugamala. In the middle of the ground, Drugamala for Barmera.
Jared Jackson tried to get it, but he was a bit sloppy. He got him a bit high.
Drugamala with the free kick right in the middle of the ground. Chips the ball out to the wing, to the headquarters side.
Yeah, that's Matt Wilden with the footy. So
he's had a good game on the wing, hasn't he?
Just holds on to it for a sec. Knows that they've got control. Doesn't want to give that up. Kicks down the line. Oh, they all flew up, but no one marked it. And that was Hodgson that was the high flying there.
Oh, ball too wide for Harkins this time, out of bounds on the full.
That would have been the mark of the day for Grower Services Riverland, but wasn't to be.
You can't help but feel the game slowly slipping away from the Berri Demons here.
So Freeman for the Roos, brings it back in. Kicks long to their attacking end. No one marked it. Umpire says play on.
8.5 minutes into the final quarter here on the Murray Pest Control clock, with the Barmera Monash Roos leading by 9 points.
Ball up. Thompson got a good tap to Hawkins, but he was wrapped up pretty quick. I reckon Barmera Monash are onto it now. They sort of worked out.
Do you get the feeling the next goal was so important?
Oh, absolutely.
Barmera kick it, game over. Berri kick it, game on.
Barmera tried to clear that out through Butterworth, but he was wrapped up, and umpire says my footy. Yeah, right. Barmera Monash get the next one. You'd think it would be a bridge too far for Berri. Berri kick it. It's on. Yep. Still on Barmera's half forward. They get the advantage.
Berri player caught holding the ball there. It was Hawkins.
Drugamala again. Kicks into the 50. There's Dan Wesley trying to work the ball footy.
That was clever. That was clever football by Wesley. Didn't try and pick it up, just socketed it towards goals to let a teammate run onto it. Fortunately for Berri, it was a Berri player got it first. Yeah. Ball coming out to Safralides from that kick in.
Score for the Roos. So it was Ma and Folds that did the good work there. Peter Safralides nearly gave it up.
Back to Ma to Harkins, but outnumbered 3-1 by Kangaroos. But through goes Hawkins. Nice pick up. Ball back to Thompson. Dodges a player, looks for one of his own and finds a Berri player at the back half of the 50.
That's Staunton.
Staunton again.
Come into this game a bit late.
Looking to move the ball quickly, but looking to move it to someone. Oh, here we go, 9-on.
Big kick up the top. Any higher, you would have had to contact air traffic control.
Yep. Berri working hard in there. Milburn gets the ball clear. Backwards to Penaluna.
Had a bit of space. The idea was right there.
Yeah, it was.
And now Thompson tries to go through traffic and gets it back to Penaluna. Penaluna told to play on.
On to Hawkins. Hawkins finally gets the ball in a bit of clear space.
Now the Demons are looking dangerous. Kicks into the attacking 50. Maroney's the target for the D's. Can he get around two players? He goes for a tackle. And that was a big bump there from McRae for the Demons.
It was a bit unlucky for McRae because he's a fair bit bigger than Jack Albrick, and he did collect him high, but only because their bodies are different sizes.
So the ball now in the Demons 50. Small kick over the sideways to Fraser Sampson, the coach of the Roos, just says, boys, just cool your jets. Let's take up a bit of time.
He's just said, boys, this next goal is very important that we don't concede it.
Sampson kicks down the line and finds Fred. Not a bad mark.
Tell you what, Melbourne could have turned around and marked that. He nearly got a falcon out of it. Nearly hit him on the back of the head.
So Brody Fred for the Roos. Finds Wilden unmarked.
I get the impression here, Lockie, that maybe Barmera are just a little bit fitter than Berri, and that Berri have spent all their petrol tickets.
Jake Smith kicks to Aidan Hodgson. 16 for the Roos. They just work the footy down the wing. Now kick into the 50. D. Michelle through. Wesley over the back.
That was an unrealistic attempt at taking the Growers Service Riverland mark of the day by D. Michelle, so he's giving away a free kick.
So Berri will get the free. And the Barmera Monash supporters near us, they're having a good day this afternoon, Nobby, it's fair to say.
Yeah, well, they didn't quite agree with that, I sense.
No. Not sure.
Mitchell folds again with the football, drives it out, but only as far as two Barmera Monash players.
Doesn't matter what call you make as an umpire in football. Half of the supporters aren't going to like it.
Ball into true centre half forward where Jake Smith has the ball for Barmera Monash. Chips the ball to Butterworth. Butterworth 5 metres inside the 50.
So Sam Butterworth.
He'll go back and take a shot here. At least take time, I think, because time is going to be important.
Jake Smith calling for the footy. He wants a goal.
He would need 2 kicks to get a goal from there. He's only 40 out.
But Butterworth says, no, mate, I've got this. Sam Butterworth kicks right on the painted 50. Doesn't quite make it. No one marked it.
Almost a contested for the mark of the day by Dan Wesley there. Lockie.
Yeah, Grower Services Riverland mark of the day, but wasn't to be.
Another behind for Barmera Monash.
So every behind Barmera kick keeps Berri in this game just that little bit longer. It's now out to 10 points though. 61 plays 51 on the Aquatic Weed Control Australia scoreboard.
Still inside 2 goals. Now there's a nice mark from Archie Holtham at halfback for Berri. He's looking for someone to move. He's got McRae, but he kicks into the man on the mark. He had McRae moving for him, but couldn't get it over the man on the mark. Back to Jake Smith, feeds out the handball.
Mock with the footy. Yeah. But that's gone out of bounds. No one's touched. That'll be a free to the Demons.
Right, deep in defence for Demons.
I don't waste any time on bringing this one back in. Archie
Holtham takes the mark. No, it's fair enough. He marked that.
Yeah. May have been bumped out a little bit late, but the umpire had already called it. I think Barmera Monash supporters in front of us. The mark
He's got Corbett.
20
Corbett
seconds.
At the back of halfback. Corbett shovels the handball out. And now we've got to play. We've got Marr drifting up the wing for Berri. He gets on with it straight away. Over the top towards Safralides. Safralides brings the ball to ground. Out comes Moroney.
Moroney got a kick away just. Holding the ball.
Pretty harsh. It was sort of I reckon Safralides had the ball twice as long as Moroney did.
He did get a foot to it, but as you said, it was as you were getting tackled, W, which you would like to see change to play on.
I think if you're already kicking it, having a go, then it's not. But if you haven't and you don't dispose of it, well, then it's fair enough.
Yeah. So we've now got the ball in the centre square, just next to the cricket pitch. Just noticed too, Nobby, the centre square is a bit more centred today than the last time we were here.
Yes, I think someone's addressed it.
Which is fantastic to see.
As a matter of fact, I'm sure they have.
So it's Marr. It's got Carpenter with the footy. Lehman for the Roos. Puts another one in the book. And the Barmera Monash Roos, I think, are going to take the Fisher Cup back to the lakeside.
Having kicked the last goal of the third quarter and the first 2 of this, that is game over for me, Lockie.
It's going to be 3 goals now for the Demons to catch this one up. They've put a lot in all day today, but it's Barmera Monash 68 leading the Berri Demons 51. They put in a good battle at the Berri Demons all day, but with only 5 and a bit minutes left, 15 and a half minutes played in this fourth quarter thanks to Murray Pest Control. It's going to be a big quarter from here for Berri, isn't it?
Oh, they can't do it. It's been a great game of footy, though, just the same.
So, ball back in the centre. The D's get the advantage just, and they might get a free here.
Umpire off ball paying that free kick.
The Barmera Monash supporters.
That's Harkins again. Over to Corbett. Corbett trying to get something happening
sells
here.
the dummy.
Handballs to no one.
Yeah. And there's
Through comes Butterworth, yeah.
Oh, and Jake Smith, good mark in the centre.
He's had a good last quarter here again.
Trent Ogle.
Plenty of space. Have a go at the goals, fella. No, he squares it up toward looking for Lehman. Both players looking into the sun.
Unable to mark it. And there's Staunton. Clears it out for the Demons. Finds
Corbett, the old 1-2.
And they work it forward. Can the Berri Demons have one final tilt here today? They've put in a good battle all day. And it would be
it's
Tarkin
Newton over there taking on two opponents.
I've got to say, for a side that is yet to win a game this year, Berri Demons certainly been competitive, Nobby. And
they have.
I've said it before, they're no easy beats.
No, particularly here at headquarters. Jake Smith again over the top with a handball. Lehman moving further up the ground. Doesn't get his hands to it.
There's Harkins, head over the footy.
Gee whiz, he's had a heck of a game, and so's this guy, Shay Hawkins, brings the ball out of half-back, but unfortunately the kick not finding his teammate.
There's Archie Holtham off half-back. Looks up for Corbett. He was well bumped.
Gee, does a power of work, doesn't he? Out comes Holtham again. Out to Hunyadi. Hunyadi wide to Newton. Newton couldn't quite get the ball onto his boot.
Wrapped up, taken to ground, and umpire says my footy just next to the centre square.
With 17.5 minutes gone on the Murray Pest Control clock, I tend to think that not only is the scoreboard their enemy, Demons, but time as well.
68 plays 51. Barmera Monash very inaccurate, 9-14. Berri Demons 8-3.
A lot of players up around the ball now, trying to play keepings off here. Mock loose in defence for Barmera behind the ball.
They've flicked the lights on here at headquarters, but now the sun's out.
Up goes Hunyadi, first hand on the ball down to Holtham, but Holtham can't get clear of the pack.
So for Barmera Monash, can't afford to put the cue in the rack.
They'll play possession footy should they get hold of it. Sampson up on the ball though.
18.5 minutes played. Berri Demons have the clearance, goes into their attacking 50.
And here's the loose player in defence. Well, he doesn't pick it up though. Fred, I reckon it was. Sockers it off the ground.
But now the ruse through Spilios. Great bit of running play off half-back. Takes a bounce.
Takes another.
Have another bounce, lad. Kicks up the line. Looks for Wesley. Spills out the back. And they all dive on it. On the Barmera Monash half forward.
Wesley playing against his former side here, Lockie.
I think that's why there's a bit of feeling out there this afternoon.
His other brother lines up for the Panthers.
There's a couple of former Berri Demons now playing with the Barmera Monash double blue on today, Nobby. Reece Lehman's another one.
You couldn't half feel that if they were in the Demons colours, they might be on the other side of the Demons might be on the other side of the scoreboard.
If I looked a bit closer, I reckon I could probably pick out a couple more that might have played a few junior games for the Demons, just quietly.
A bit of that goes on between Loxton and Loxton North too. That so these two towns pretty close together, Berri and Barmera.
So ball in. It's Freeman that does the ruck work. Spills over the back.
Out comes Holtham again. He hasn't given up. To Thompson. Thompson trying to move the ball on.
And now it's Wilden that was in there as well, but now another ball up inside the 50 for the
And
Roos.
we're right at the 20-minute mark on the Murray Pest Control clock, Lockie. 20 minutes played in this game.
68 plays 51. It's a slight breeze towards the river end. Kick over the top out of the pack, and that's Wesley that takes the mark.
Came from Jordan Freeman to Wesley, the long sleeve club.
There's a bit of that's going on at the lakeside today, just quietly.
Freeman in his long sleeves got hold of the ball and thought, where is that other player in long sleeves that I can kick it to?
Well,
it's Dan Wesley, I'll kick it to.
It's funny, I did see Barmera Monash coach Fraser Sampson with the sleeves on in the warm-up.
I think he might have just had a little...
Changed.
He might have had a Spencer on underneath his Guernsey.
Oh, yeah, it was a full long sleeve Guernsey.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because the long sleeve ones don't have the sponsor on the back.
Right.
Yeah.
Well spotted, Lockie.
Wesley has his kick. He's happy. He's kicked it. And
that's his second goal for the game.
it's time find that spot in the trophy cabinet for the Fisher Cup at the Lakeside, because it's going there.
It's going to
very
take
soon.
a journey away from the Oval here back to Barmera.
So, Barmera Monash Roos, they've battled hard all day. They haven't had it easy. Berri have put in a fair fight, but
Do you know, the
last
interesting,
3 goals.
interesting thing, Lockie, is at 10 goal 14, 24 scoring shots to 8-3, 11 shots. So it's quite a convincing amount of attempts that Barmera had scoring than Berri. They've had twice as many, but the game was right on until the last 2 minutes.
Certainly is. 21 and a half minutes played, fourth quarter Riverland football on 5RM. Ball back in the centre, Freeman, good tap, but finds Archie Holtham from the Demons. One final crack into the 50. Can the Demons score a couple and salvage something here? You've got Moroney, gets around one, he was held off the ball and he's hit the free, and that was fair. He was tackled without the footy. So Rory Moroney with the footy for the Berri Demons, just inside their attacking 50, very close to the boundary though. I mean, he's a pretty specky player, Nobby. Do you reckon he'd be a chance here?
I'm thinking he might play on. There's a bit of room inside here. See the space inside, round the man on the mark.
The Barmera Monash supporters just giving him a bit of advice on how to kick it. So Roy Moroney wheels around and brings
Comes
it back.
in but hooks it back for a behind.
So a minor score for the Berri Demons. 8-4, trailing Barmera Monash. 10-14, yes.
20-point margin to the
8-4,
Barmera Monash Roos.
10-14, that's 14 behinds. The Roos clear it up. No one able to mark it on half-back. Fraser Sampson in there, the Barmera Monash coach.
22-point margin, sorry.
There it is, full time. And it's a win for the Barmera Monash Roos. 10-14-74. They defeat the Berri Demons 8-4. And the Fisher Cup is going to the Lakeside. It was a good contest, good crowd in attendance. And we're going to wrap everything up here very soon at RFL headquarters. But before we do that, we'll throw back to Trevor Scott in the Sideline View studio. Trevor, what have you got?